We are live on Wednesdays with Whitney, and if you see what we're holding here, you're probably already really excited, right? So today, I'm here with Jessie Tobin of the Girl Scouts of Greater Iowa, and we're going to be talking all about Girl Scouts.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited to be holding these. I'm hoping that I get to keep them.
You do.
Oh, I do?
Okay, yeah, we'll let
we
you
haven't
have them.
discussed that, but I'm pretty pleased. I'll donate as well. Anyway, so today we're just here to talk about all things Girl Scouts. I think some of you might have been commenting on this, but about a week ago, I think it was, I posted a Facebook thing that was like, where are my Girl Scouts at? And the response was incredible.
It was so cool to watch. I kept checking back every like 15 minutes and then, oh, I know her. Oh, she's so cool. Like that was seriously my reaction reading it.
Yeah, and everybody was so proud. They started, you know, like, I was a Girl Scout, here was my troop, I did it with my mom, I remember these things. And for me, I was a Girl Scout for 1 year and then I moved, so I transitioned. But just reading back, I was like, dang, why wasn't I a Girl Scout? Like all of these girls were like, all of these now women are such powerful people in our community, and I was like, well, that has to be in the water somewhere. Must be Girl Scouts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the cool things about working for Girl Scouts. It's a great starter conversation.
Yes.
Because people are always like, oh, I was a Girl Scout, and then we automatically have something to talk about.
Yeah, I'm like that, and it's not small talk. You're like, let's get into it. Like we can talk about this for real. Like we don't have to talk about the weather. We can talk about Girl Scouts
for sure.
So Jessie and I actually met. Can anybody guess where Jessie and I met? Just like take a stab.
Take a guess.
Anyway, we met at Fem City. Huge shocker there.
Yep.
And we were discussing. I was like, I actually don't remember meeting Jessie. I know that we met at some point.
Yeah, I don't really remember either, but I just know, like, immediately feel it being like, she's really cool, and I want to get to know her better.
Feeling was mutual.
Can I talk about the yoga?
Yeah.
So it was like a day after we met, and I received a Facebook invite to come to a yoga class at Whitney's studio, and there was going to be wine as well. And, you know, you get a million Facebook requests a day to come to different events, and some of them you take it, you leave it, and this was definitely like, oh, I have to be
I think
there.
you might have been the first responder.
Probably.
I was like, I don't really know her that well, but I sent it for a reason. Those events are really small, and I just host them about once a month, and it's really the purpose of those nights is to drink wine, kind of do yoga, like we do that, but it's really just to bring women together that I've either just met, you know, known for a while, so everybody can meet and just enjoy themselves. And you were like, in. And I was like, I like her.
I was probably overly eager. I was like, I just met you, but I can't wait to come and meet all of these other people. Yeah. So it was great, and I think we've just really are connected ever since then.
Yeah, absolutely. So something I really appreciate in the people in my life is that enthusiasm. Like there was no hesitation. You just like showed up, and then when you said you were going to show up, you showed up.
Absolutely.
And I was like, I appreciate that so much.
There's nothing worse than when
you plan something, people say,
right?
of course, but you're like, oh, okay, like I can count on this person to be there. Absolutely. And I was like, I knew that about you immediately, and I was like, this is gonna be great.
Oh, thank you.
So, what do you do for the Girl Scouts? Tell me about Girl Scouts in your life.
Okay, so Girl Scouts is a huge part of my life because not only do I work there professionally, I'm the director for philanthropy, so that's fundraising, community events, community awareness, all of that. But outside of the regular work week, I am also a troop leader. I lead 17 girls from...
That's a lot. Is that a lot?
It's a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're a multi-level troop, so 2nd grade through 7th grade, which is also unique. We have a lot of sisters in the troop, and I lead it with my mom.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, my mom and another one of my gal friends, Allie, we all lead it together, and it's... I mean, on top of it being a great experience, it's been a really good bonding experience for us. And
it gives you an excuse to be together at a set time.
Absolutely.
Because you were saying that Girl Scout troops meet twice a month?
So every troop is different.
Okay.
But our troop meets on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday of the month. And then we try to plan an outing every month. It's usually on like a weekend or something. So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the professional side of like, what exactly do you do? Like what are the components of what make up Jessie's role within Girl Scouts?
Yeah, well, the primary part of my job is to raise funds for Girl Scouts. We are a local local organization, so 100% locally funded. So I'm out and about in the community. Yeah, I'm meeting people. I go to Fem City events for a couple different reasons. Yeah, I mean, awesome women. I knew that from the very beginning that I was going to create some friendships there. But also, those are the types of women I like to meet because they're women that will show up.
Women supporting women. If women support other women, they're going to support young women. So it's just for me, it seems like a very natural connection. And I know a lot of the people that I've met through Fem City are huge Girl Scout supporters.
Absolutely, yeah. So getting out in the community, meeting people, Fem City is like a small part of my job. But,
it seems big, but like Fem City is actually only a small portion of what we both do.
Very small part. I wish it could be the only thing I did. But, meeting with other community stakeholders to find out how they want to get involved with Girl Scouts. And probably the favorite part of my job is getting to connect people with our mission in a way that is going to make sense for them. Right. So a woman that came and spoke recently at a Girl Scout event, Jessica Dunker, I don't know if you know her, she's amazing, but she talks about you can give your time, talent, or treasure. Yeah. So I love to connect people with Girl Scouts in a way that they can give back that makes sense to them, whether they can be a volunteer, or whether they have an in-kind gift, or whether they don't have the time, but they can write a check. Yeah. So making those types of connections.
Well, and all of those things, I think sometimes when we think about philanthropy, we're like, well, I don't have extra money right now, so I can't contribute.
Doesn't matter. There's other ways.
There's other ways. There are people that know, like I can write the check. I can support this. And there are times in my life where I'm like, I can write the check. Hey. And then there are times in my life where I'm like, I can do a Wednesdays with Whitney. Yeah, absolutely. And like that ability to say, like, you don't only have to give in one way. I think that a lot of times what stops people is that they think that giving is simply monetary, and I actually think some of the biggest gifts I've been able to give in my career here have been the opposite of that. It's been I'll do lower rates for my nonprofits, or I'll show up and do something for free because I know that having good images will really support their organization. And those things, like, those are the things I can do. I'm sure that there are things out there, whatever your talent is, if you say, I love this organization, even you were saying, like, driving people.
Yeah, actually, yeah. So I'm driving girls to camp this Friday and then again next Thursday, because one of the biggest barriers for some girls to get to camp is transportation. Yeah. Even if they receive a camp scholarship, it's hard for mom and dad to take off work to drive them. Yeah. So you drive in a big 12-passenger van.
And I experienced this with my Dress for Success event I did a few months ago. I thought of everything. I thought of everything. And then we had one woman that couldn't make it because she couldn't get transportation to the event. Deal. And I didn't actually know anything of this until the end. I was immersed. But somebody said that to me and I was like, and I literally had that pause moment and I was like, I didn't consider that. And next year, that'll be at the top of my list. And I actually had somebody, Harper Levy, she's like, I will transport people. And I was like, that's great. We're going to need you. So whatever way that you can give.
Yeah, and I want to touch a little bit more on our need for volunteers.
Yes, let's do it.
Volunteers, we serve 10,000 girls, and we do that with the help of 3,000 adult volunteers. And volunteers is actually our biggest need at the organization. Okay. So it's the number one thing holding us back from serving more girls. So every fall during Girl Scout sign-up time, we will have a wait list of girls who want to join Girl Scouts, and that number will just get bigger and bigger. So if anyone has some time to spare, and it doesn't necessarily mean being a troop leader, we also have troop support roles, and we have outreach volunteer roles. So outreach volunteers, so outreach, that's our initiative to get girls involved with Girl Scouts who wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity. So it's in usually neighborhoods where there's low Girl Scout involvement, oftentimes low-income neighborhoods or neighborhoods with a high foreign language being spoken at home. So our outreach programs, we connect with other after-school programs like Boys and Girls Clubs or Children and Family Urban Movement, and we provide 8 weeks of programming.
Awesome. So you can say, like, maybe I can't commit to being a troop leader, but I can commit to these 8 weeks at this time of my life. Exactly.
And if your work has a volunteer time off, usually those volunteer hours happen from like the 3:30 to 4:30 or 5 time frame. So perfect time to use those volunteer hours. It's an 8-week commitment, and you are truly changing those girls' lives because they're really the girls who need Girl Scouts the most.
Well, and you were saying that that's actually how you started your troop.
Yeah.
How cool. Can you tell me a little bit about
that? Absolutely. So when I started at Girl Scouts, working there 2.5 years ago, I was first a volunteer recruiter. And the first volunteer I recruited was my mom. Hi, Mom, if you're watching.
Best volunteer to recruit.
You're the best.
First one I recruited too. Hi, Mom.
Moms are the best.
She's still my #1 volunteer.
Yeah. So she volunteered for 8 weeks at a Girl Scout program we were doing at CFUM, which stands for Children, Family, Urban Movement. Great organization. If you don't know about it, go look them up. So the 8 weeks finished, and long story short, she fell in love with the girls fell in love with her. Yeah, so she wanted to continue on as a troop leader. And so she said, I'll do it if you do it with me. So we started a troop along with the help of our friend Allie. And this will be finishing our 2nd full Girl Scout year this year. So we have 17 girls. They all attend Moulton Elementary. A number of them are either former refugees or immigrants or from households that don't speak English. So it's been really cool to work with those girls and have
such a consistent relationship.
Yeah, and also get to meet their families and introduce their families to Girl Scouting. It's their 2nd year going to camp.
Well, and you get to experience some of their culture, I'm sure, as well. So it's not just them getting the benefit. Like, do you get to eat good food?
I was just gonna say.
I was like, so what about the food?
I was just gonna say, like, last weekend, I was like, texting my boyfriend. I was like, I'll be home in 10 minutes. I just have to drop this off. And like an hour and a half later, because they invited me in for this wonderful dinner.
I will be here for dinner, and don't worry about me. I'm gonna be well fed.
Yeah. So the girls in my troop are phenomenal. So are their parents, and it's been really a life-changing experience and kind of a game changer for me professionally.
Yeah.
Because I get
to get on the ground floor of that.
Exactly.
And see what it looks like.
I get to see our mission in action every time I work with my troop. So
I love that. So again, you're working with population. You specifically, your troop is a population that may not be able to afford some of the activities that you are planning out. Talk to me about how you get these girls out in the community and how that all works.
Yeah. So like I mentioned, Girl Scouts of Greater Iowa is 100% locally funded. Yeah, so we are right here, we're local. The largest portion of our fundraising comes from cookie sales.
I've been holding these, trying to make them quiet, but they make noise, and now I just want to open them.
So the cookie sales, when you're buying Girl Scout cookies, you are supporting the local council, but maybe even more importantly, you're supporting that local troop. So when your girls sell a box of cookies, is that going directly into, like, did they create a fund out of that? How does that work? Yeah, so I won't get totally into the specifics.
I don't need to know that.
But we do have a troop bank account. Okay. So eventually at the end of our cookie season, we of course have to pay for the cookies, but it funds our troop activities. So with, from selling cookies, we fund a whole year of activities. Now, on top of that, there's other things that the council provides girls who might come from low-income families. So financial assistance, provide their uniform and camp scholarships.
That's amazing.
All of that is funded by local donors, businesses and individuals. So I can't stress the importance of having community supporters that believe in our cause as well.
I love that. So let's talk about selling cookies.
Okay.
Because I think about this. So I think I sold cookies for and I should have called my mom ahead of time and talked to her about this, but I didn't, because she might have better memories of this than I do. But I have really strong memories of actually being super scared to sell cookies, like so scared, which is hilarious now in my everyday adult life.
So most troop leaders can probably talk to the experience of seeing their girls go at the beginning of the season very shy and timid, not looking their person in the eye that they're selling to, towards at the end of the cookie season, they are like not only looking them in the eye, but they're like upselling them.
Yes. You wanted 3 boxes? I think you can handle 4.
Yeah. So there's so many good things about the cookie program. I mean, obviously the cookies are good.
It's fine.
First things first.
Gotta have a good product.
The cookies are good. The girls are a troop experience, and then it's really their first introduction into business skills and selling. So there's so many things that the girls learn through the cookie program.
And as I was thinking about this, from my perspective as a business owner, as an adult, I'm like, these are skills. To be able to walk up to somebody, look them in the eye, and ask them for something, you're providing something of value.
Absolutely.
I can't think of a human in the world, unless you have an allergy, that doesn't want to eat a Girl Scout cookie. And say, I have something to offer you. will you pay for it?
Absolutely. It's those soft skills, the leadership skills that we're teaching in Girl Scouts that they might not even have a badge to show for it, but they can walk away from that experience and the stuff that they learned in Girl Scouts, they're going to carry with them forever.
100%. And I see that, I actually saw that so strongly with the people who were responding to my Facebook post. I was like, these are women, the people that were responding are women who are not afraid to ask for what they need.
Well, they're the women that are like now running our town. So let's just say that.
Let's just like raise our hands to that. So super excited about that. Let's talk about what's coming up where you can eat these cookies and drink some beer.
Yes. So we have a fundraiser coming up. It's year 2 of this event. It is called Cookies on Tap. It is next Tuesday, June 19th.
Are there still tickets available to this?
Not many.
Okay. I was like, I was a little worried we were doing this too close and there wouldn't be tickets left.
Well, I was too, because we're getting close to selling out. So will you post the link in the comments?
Yes, I will post the link.
Okay, so we'll post the link of where you can go to buy the tickets, and you should probably do that today. And let's talk about what you're gonna get at the event.
Yeah.
So it's at Iowa Tap Room.
Already great.
4:30 to 7:30, so during that sweet spot happy hour. People, with your ticket purchase, you will get a flight of beers. It's all local Iowa breweries, and they're professionally paired with our cookies. So you will get...
We are getting professional pairing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what makes it professional, but it sounds better.
It's professional that it's been paired.
Yeah, it's professionally paired. So you'll get the flight of beers with the Girl Scout cookies. You will get a full pour of your favorite brew from one of the breweries, whichever that is.
So get prepared, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you'll get a custom glass, a custom beer glass that has the Cookies on Tap logo. It's really cute too. You'll also get a Girl Scout patch that's for 21 and older, but it has the event logo on it. Here, let me.
Oh, I love that.
So it will have that logo on it. But then in addition to all those goodies that you're getting, the proceeds are going to Girl Scouts. So it kind of goes back to like how you can give back. If you can't volunteer, if you're not going to drive girls to camp or something like that, but you like attending fun events, then this is going to be the thing for you, because you're going to get a great experience. You're going to get a happy hour out of it, but you're also giving back to Girl Scouts. So
well, and I think that it's the perfect way to engage at the starter level. If you're like, I'm just learning about this Girl Scout thing. I think what I love that I think you're doing an amazing job with this event is that it makes sense. You're using what you have at your fingertips, and then you're saying, we have something great to offer. Come check it out and support something that's an amazing cause at its foundation. So there's no losing in this scenario, and that's a lot of beer.
Oh, yeah. It's gonna be fun. I did want to say we have some sponsors who have made it possible.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Christopher's Fine Jewelry is our presenting sponsor. They are doing a raffle item. It is a beautiful necklace, or if you're a gentleman, don't worry, you can also choose a watch or a gift card.
What?
So we got that. A number of other raffle items. You'll just have to come to the event to find out what they are. But our other sponsors, Business Solver is a sponsor, and then we have some really awesome Fem City ladies, so I want to give them a shout out.
There's so many Fem City ladies.
So a ton of ladies are just helping out with the event and promoting it, just being our little like hype team. But our sponsors from Fem City, Trixie's Salon, love them, and Shine Chiropractic, Becca, she's great. Kelsey Russell Real Estate.
Oh my gosh, all my girls.
And Michelle Swanson with the Be Beautiful Initiative. So awesome sponsors. I hope I didn't leave anyone out. If I did, I'm sorry and I love you. But amazing sponsors, and they are all sponsoring some raffle items as well. So.
Awesome. I will put them in. So I'm gonna be following up this whole amazingness that just happened. So to the people who I've interacted with, I sent a little email out asking some of my Girl Scouts that raised their hand to talk about their experience. So I'm gonna be posting a blog post with some awesome Girl Scout experiences from people here in Des Moines, and I'll also post those sponsors so that you can see who's helping make this event possible.
Yeah, they're awesome. We couldn't do it without our sponsors. So and all the people that are going to buy tickets and come to the event as well.
So I will post that link in the comments because I have a very strong feeling that those are not going to last too much longer, and I know that the last event was like very coveted. So next Tuesday, let's say it again, next Tuesday, 4:30 to 7:30.
Yep, Tuesday, June 19th, Iowa Tap Room. 4:30 to 7:30. You can buy your tickets online. In case you don't want to click on the link, the website is cookiesanddrinks.com. So you can go there. Yeah, perfect. I mean,
Wouldn't you just search for that anyway?
Right, yeah, it's a great website.
I feel like that's my #1 search item.
Yeah, and I did want to mention, I didn't say it earlier, but if you're looking to get involved, whether it is as a volunteer or maybe donating, you can go to our website. It's girlscoutsiowa.org. There's tons of different ways to get involved or ways to donate on there. Or if you know me personally,
just reach
out.
I'll
chat with you.
I love it. Thank you for being on today.
Yeah,
I've been looking forward to this conversation.
Me too.
Yay. All right, we'll see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.